Hello, everybody, and indeed, I have something to say. I have something to say for the last time this year, and that is welcome to another edition of the Chicago Tony V Show. In fact, this is episode 222 for Friday, December 24th. 'Tis the morning before Christmas. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. What a ride. What an amazing ride. Unbelievable. Welcome to our year-end Christmas edition. Now, please, I don't want you to get your hopes up, right? Because I'm going to say I'm a two-man show, right? This Lucenzo kid, neighbor kid, I think it really has a bright future. And he's helped me out a little bit. So I can't say I'm a one-man show because Lucenzo is he's going to be critical next year, I have this feeling. Now, Vinny, let's call him a half a man. So we're a 2.5-man operation. We're all dudes. What does that mean? That means that we're not going to do something super special for Christmas. However, I will say, for you Spotify people, right, you beautiful Spotify people, let me describe the scene. First of all, we are on Twitch this morning. So we're already a little bit of a bucking bronco. That's the way it goes. There are more fun things we can do on Twitch compared to Reddit. Now, you Spotify people don't care. I get it, but just let me describe. The Big Diesel is decked in some tinsel today. I'm very proud of myself for this fashion accessory that I've added to the show. And our lighting is different today for the first time. Is it tinsel or garland? Georgie Girl, the stunning redhead, used the term garland. She's probably right. Maybe it's either. Our lighting is red and green. We have really a Christmas theme. It is the morning before Christmas. And some would say, I can't believe this dude is doing yet another show on Christmas Eve. What the hell else do I have to do? You know, what are you going to do? This is fun. I love doing this. I see all these VIP pepperonis in the comments section, as always. Oh, my goodness. I'm today of all days is one of those days where I'm just like all of you. You guys you mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And of all days, I was really hoping just every last, friend of the show could be in here. Now, I know on Christmas Eve, people have other stuff going. People are traveling, all that stuff. But I was really hopeful that, everybody could at least stop by and say hello and say Merry Christmas and say congratulations. Now, as I said, I've kind of warned you guys. I've warned you in the in our Discord, Twitter, etc., etc. Lady letter carrier, you're working today? Boy, did that comment throw me for a loop. You're working today? The mail goes on Christmas Eve? That's some amazing bullshit. Anyway, now I have no idea what the hell I was saying. Oh yeah, I was talking about, this is my last show of the year, which feels really weird. Feels really weird. I can't believe that the post office doesn't give you Christmas Eve off. It's funny. So Georgia Girl asks, are you packed, Tony? Now, what's funny about that is I think she already knows the answer to that question. Did we not correspond behind the scenes? Several pepperonis reached out to remind me, hey, have you packed? And the answer is no, I didn't even start. And I hate myself. I hate this about me. I got distracted, and I knew I would. Distraction. That's how they get you. Lady thinks I have 3 Speedos packed. Oh my God. If I wore a Speedo, I'm not even sure I could see it. I would just look like a naked dude. I'd be like, no, trust me, there's a Speedo in there somewhere. Tank has the option to work from home. That's interesting. They gave me the option to work from home until next month. Fuck that, I'm going in. That's good. This work from home thing, I am squarely, I'm addicted to, all you ever see me is in Studio B. You don't see me in Studio A. I was over there the other day to do some bullshit. But I mean, I haven't done the show from Studio A in a long, long time. As a matter of fact, I actually borrowed a little equipment from Studio A the other day, some cabling and stuff. This to me is the death knell. That's a watershed event. When I start borrowing equipment from Studio A, it's like I'm abandoning it. Anyway, let me tell the story of how I didn't pack yesterday. I didn't pack at all. I didn't even start. Here's what happened. All right, so now it's interesting. Now, let's not forget that school is off, right? So a lot of the dinky doos in the neighborhood, they got nothing to do, right? And we've said in the past, from time to time, some of the dinks like to stop by and check in with the Big Diesel, see if they can scam, some pizza puffs, some popsicle, whatever, something. They want to get some sort of treasure. And, little Lucenzo was, of course, one of those dinks. Really, I've said it before. He's one of the good ones. I mean, I love all the kids, but this kid's a little special. And he starts needling me about, hey, are you going to put up or shut up on this audio thing, right? Are you gonna do a lounge lizard so I can make a little dough running your soundboard? Or are you just full of hot air? It's like, fair enough. You're right. Now, we all were rusty. I wasn't even sure the shit could still work. So I had him over, and we ran some tests and all that stuff. And I got to talking about my Fort Lauderdale trip and how much I love a road trip and how much I love my childhood road trips. And I was telling him about how Mama V had all these creative ways to keep us occupied. All right. And I told you guys about counting cows and all that stuff. Well, another thing, she used to buy those books when we would do long trips. Do you remember those things, Mad Libs? The books, they would write a story and then you would replace a word with another word. Give me a noun, give me a verb, give me an adjective, that sort of stuff. I was telling them about Mad Libs. I used to love that shit. And then it dawned on me, it's like I can show this kid how Mad Libs works. And then we took it to the next level, and really, Lucenzo's been trying to figure out a way to get on the show. Obviously, he called in last week. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, and we're having fun with this Mad Libs thing, and he gets it, and it all spiraled into, let's just call it a little Christmas gift from Lucenzo and I to you guys. It's a little something we put together. We did this was all done yesterday on the fly, so please don't expect much. But he's super excited. This is now because I figured maybe I'm going to be up against copyright stuff or whatever. We call this Bad Libs. Here's a little thing we like to call Bad Libs with Lucenzo and Tony. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Here comes Lucenzo. I looked in the refrigerator the other day and I realized I was out of
person.
Well, I can't go without my
Person.
So I decided to go to the
House.
to buy some more. I hopped in my
Cat.
turned the key, but it wouldn't.
Die.
Time to figure out what's wrong. I checked the
Pimples.
and it looked right. I checked the
My butt hurts.
and it looked right. So I called my friend, who was a professional,
Astronaut.
to see if he could figure out what the problem was. Sure enough, He noticed that the
Road.
was low. He replenished it, and the
Cat.
started right up. Why didn't I think of that? Boy, was I
Sickening.
the...
Mustard. Just kidding. The end. Nope. Person. How much nouns are there?
Now a verb.
What's a verb?
Congratulations to Lucenzo. There it is. There you have it. Bad Libs with Lucenzo and Tony. That little dude was so excited to be finally making an appearance on the Chicago Tony V show. It was hilarious. Yesterday, he was so pumped. It's like he's going on the Letterman show or something like that. So, who knows? Maybe he's watching right now. By the way, that last little bit. So, I was hiding under the desk telling him I had earphones on so I could listen to the sound and all this stuff. So I was down here under the desk. That's why he looked down in that outtake toward the end. But at the very end, I said, now a verb. And Lucenzo's just like, what the hell's a verb? It was so funny. Anyway, so he's well on his way. I suppose if I have done nothing else, who knows? Maybe I've launched the career of Lucenzo. RoboKitty says this is incredible. He's going to be so... Lucenzo, I'm sure will see this. Like I said, he's probably watching right now. Okay? Hello, Lucenzo, if you're watching. Oh, Georgie says, Lucenzo looks like a mini Tony. He's got some chubby cheeks. He's much more fair-skinned than I am. I think he must have, like, some Irish or something. But, of course, you know, he was dressed in the traditional Chicago Tony V garb, right? So, Lucenzo, whenever you see this, look at all these positive comments. Applause. Positive comments. Good job, buddy. The Dinky Don's debut, says Tank. That is so funny. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, who knows? Bad Libs. Maybe that will be a recurring thing. Oh, Salty says his excitement was obvious. That's so cute. Oh, my goodness. So, anyway, good job, Lucenzo. Now, I will tell you, this will be like a little foreshadowing, I guess. Oh, the Comiskey Kid says, hey, spinoff show. I should probably post that to YouTube, right? And you know, maybe we'll keep doing some of those things. I'll tell you, I mean, so now thank goodness his parents are cool with him, you know, hanging out and taking on responsibility and stuff. We went ahead and shot a bunch of other video yesterday. I mean, really, we did a ton of stuff yesterday. And I'm really proud of that little dude, honestly. Like, he, 10 years old, and, you know, he got it. And he, you know, so you'll see next year, you'll see some video that Lucenzo was my camera guy. Legit. We went out in town, sort of shot some day in the life of the Big Diesel stuff. And I'm sure Tank is right, by the way. Tank says he's bragging to his buddies that he was on. There is no doubt. All the kids in the neighborhood are going to know about this. I'm sure he's going to figure out how to make sure they've seen it this time. It's hilarious. Anyway, we shot some day in the life stuff yesterday. We went around town. I'm really going to try and do more video next year. I'm going to try and kind of up my game. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what I'm going to try to do. But this little kid, he's 10 years old. He got concepts. He did very, very well. This kid understood how to work the camera. I mean, within 3 minutes, he's like, okay, I get it. I talked about, not that I know what the hell I'm talking about, but I talked about, framing. Here's where you're going to want me in the shot and all that stuff. He did great. So little Lucenzo is almost becoming like a side project for me, because I've mentioned it before a little bit here and there through the course of our show. I've always had this thing where I feel like kids can do more than we expect they can do, and they can take on responsibility and that sort of stuff. And so it was really fun for me to just put him to work and see what he could do, and he did great. The other thing I learned, which is so hilarious, he and I were both, it's like we've never he's obviously never been on a video crew. I've never had a video crew like in the way that we did yesterday. We just went out into the world and shot a bunch of stuff. And we were talking along the way. It's like, are people gonna complain? Because, people are gonna end up on these videos. Are they gonna complain? Are they gonna freak out? Like, we went to an Aldi yesterday. And I had the idea. I said, okay, we're going to tell them you're working on a school project. If anyone balks, you're working on a school project. And it worked like a champ. Little Lucenzo was walking around with a camera filming me, and they just all keyed in. Everybody loved it. Everyone was so nice to him. It's like, whatever, shoot whatever. Everyone was just all beaming. So, anyway, you'll have to get releases, says Lady Letter Carrier. Let's not forget my alleged past, right? Let's not forget why I was maybe a little bit interesting in the first place. Hey, Hazy Half Moon says, Merry Christmas, Tinsel Tony. Merry Christmas to you, whoever you are. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Let's not forget my alleged past, Lady Letter Carrier. I've been known to, for entertainment purposes only, cut some corners and to bend the rules at the very least. In public, is that true? Do I have to get like someone's walking down the street while I'm being videotaped and I got to get a release from them? I don't know. Okay, Tank's music homework today. Leonard Skinner, Simple Man. I love it. I don't know that one, Tank. Almost always when you post your music homework, I'm familiar with the song. It's always a great reminder. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that song existed. It's awesome, but I don't know that tune. Big Gorilla's in the house. Welcome, Big Gorilla. Says, Merry Christmas, Tony and pepperonis. Oh, that's so nice of you. Good to see you. You guys, I knew I was going to get, start reflecting and all that stuff. And the Lord knows, I hope I can just keep it together today. Because, can you guys believe what a magical year this has been? This whole thing came out of nowhere. I mean, we started January 1. January 1 of 2021 was my first show live on Reddit. And I've said it 1,000 times before. I've never... I certainly didn't plan this shit, I'll tell you that. It's been a happy accident. And so here I sit. It's funny. Thanksgiving, that's when you're supposed to be thankful and all that stuff. But as I sit here on Christmas Eve, last show of the year, 222 shows we will have done in the year 2021. It's really kind of unbelievable. And in the weirdest way, it's like I'm actually proud of that. I'm really proud of that. It's just been it's been lovely. And Oh, see, kid, in the comment section, everyone's talking about releases. We're all focusing on releases here. The kid says all the goofballs on TikTok don't have to get releases when they're filming in public, so I think you will be okay. Honestly, I'm not worried about it. If someone starts busting my balls about releases, that probably will mean that I've achieved something, some sort of numbers, at some point. Now, for a long time, you guys know, like, my numbers on Reddit have been tremendous. I'm definitely kind of in the Reddit live streaming Hall of Fame. The other stuff is kind of a trickle. Oh, Salty wants to know. Okay, here's a good question from Salty. So, Tony, what made you do this? Sheer boredom or just your next adventure? You mean do this show, Salty? I assume is what you mean. It was, yeah, Plumber has it right. Tony was lonely, says Plumber. And that is exactly right. That is exactly right. I was, this was during, by the time I started the show, we were, over 6 months or so into, kind of quote unquote lockdown type of thing. Now, I've been a person, I like my alone time. I like to think. I like to, kind of be by myself. And, but it was too much. This lockdown shit was too much. It was too much. And I just was super, super lonely. Because remember, back before that, I would hang out at Studio A, and I had a bunch of employees there that would hang out too. And so I could at least see people. And of course, I like those people, so it's kind of like hanging out with friends. You'd at least see people at the water cooler. Hey, how's it going? They'd stop in my office every once in a while. And so it was too much. It was too isolating. I actually kept going to Studio A after the rest of the office started working from home. And it's a fairly big place. So I would sit in this big building, thousands of square feet by myself. It was too much. And I was on Reddit one day, and I stumbled on RPAN, Reddit's public access network. You guys all know that's where we all met. And I saw people on video interacting with people that were making comments, and it just was an aha moment for me. And all I wanted to do was to get on camera and have someone talk to me, even if it was virtual. I was like that lonely. So that's what got this all started. Faded Chaos likes my hat. Thank you very much. We're having and says what's going on. We're having our end of year Christmas special. We do this show every morning, Monday through Friday. Although today's the last show of the year, we will start up first of the year, first or second, whatever. I'll let you guys know. Power Karma's in the house. Good morning, Power Karma. Tank, oh, this is interesting. Tank says, I went on Reddit yesterday and I hated it. You raised the bar. It's interesting. So I think I've kind of determined I'm going to do a mix next year. And I think what I'm going to do is Monday, Tuesday, Reddit, Wednesday, Twitch, Thursday, Reddit, Friday, Twitch. I think that's going to be my rhythm. I was warned early on that Twitch is a totally different animal. And I was warned, okay, expect it to be a very slow burn on Twitch, right? You're not going to be instantly famous like you were on Reddit. Like on Reddit, I did an episode where I talked about the McRib. It was like my third or fourth episode ever. That thing had like 45,000 views on it. And I was warned a long time ago, Twitch, you're not going to get a quick win like that. It's just a totally different beast. Totally different beast. Comiskey, kid, what a nice thing to say. By the way, kid posted a picture of his kid on the Discord, and of course some other folks, Mammy, Amber. What a bunch of cute kids, you know. It's just I've said before I don't really like Christmas for myself, but I sure do enjoy that the kids are so amped up. They're having such a great time. I think it's definitely a holiday that is all about kids. You know, it's for the kids. It's about the kids. Yeah, I Ate a McRib was the title of that episode, Salty. That's right. And that was, by the way, that was the first episode where I realized, obviously, the numbers on it were very big, you know, the number of people watching it. But then the other thing that happened, which was so interesting, is people would tap me on the shoulder for a good while after that episode. They would do it through Twitter, sometimes through Reddit itself, sometimes through an email, and they would make comments about McRibs to me. Hey, you're the McRib guy. So that was like the first inkling that, you know, I had something, I was somehow connecting with people. Tank has had a history with Reddit. Tank's been in Reddit timeout a time or two for sure. And I do feel bad, Tank, that you're having to stay with Reddit. By the way, oh shoot, okay. I missed a VIP call. I'm gonna call this VIP back. Sorry about that, VIP. Sorry about that. I'm calling you back, okay, dear? Bucking Bronco. Tank, I'm sorry that I'm sorry that you're still on Reddit because of me.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Georgie girl. I'm sorry I missed your call, dear.
It's all good, man.
The the amount it's funny from your perspective, Georgie. Can you tell that when I'm on Twitch, I just have way more going on technically? Like there's more controls at the bus I'm driving when I'm on Twitch.
Yes, because you're keeping up with comments and you're putting them up on the screen. I mean, it seems like there's a lot more going on.
Yeah. I try like the Dickens to make it look fairly effortless at least, but
no, you're doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's just, you know, between how you look when you're engaged in Reddit versus Twitch. I mean, there's a difference if you're watching, but it's not like, you know, it doesn't look like you're struggling or anything. I mean, it looks you've got a good flow.
Yeah,
but it does look more involved.
Interesting. That's the one thing I've always wondered, you know, like, what's it like from the other side of the camera? I don't know. Are you ready for Christmas, Georgie? You said the other day through something, I can't remember what it was, Discord, who knows, but you're a big fan of Christmas, it sounds like.
Christmas has always been an enjoyable time in my family, and this year it's different. You know, my mobility is pretty bad. We're staying at home doing a Zoom Christmas with my side of the family, and Danny's side of the family is actually bringing us authentic Chinese food, which is going to be awesome. Yeah.
Huh. Now,
Danny's stepfather is Chinese, and their family always does a big, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but his stepfather says non-round eye Chinese food. So it's, you know, it's good, authentic Chinese food.
It's funny. Where my brain went, you're like, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. And I was like, what, does he pass out 8 balls at Christmas? Like, what the hell what is going on? How do I get invited to this party?
No, I just didn't want anybody to be offended, but I guess we're not on Reddit, so it's not as big of a deal.
Who knows? I mean, I still don't know. I feel like we're not on Twitch enough to really know kind of what the guardrails are, what the limits are.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll test it.
Yeah.
We'll see if I get banned.
I highly doubt it. It seems like, I mean, Tank is our canary in the coal mine, right, Georgie? So
yes.
If anyone's getting banned, it's going to be Tank first. which I just kind of love. Tank, you can tell Tank has been missing the silky smooth voice of Georgie Girl, and I don't blame him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one thing that so I'm on my phone right now, and I can't watch the comments
Yeah.
because my phone won't let me watch Twitch and be on the phone. So
Yeah. I
I'm
get it.
not going to be able to interact.
Oh, I totally get it. I'm going to mention one now. I will mention some to you on the phone as they come up. Like Amber just had an interesting one. What is everyone eating Christmas Day? And it occurred to me that my answer for that is actually going to be hilarious, because what am I going to be eating on Christmas Day? It's probably going to be like a 2-day-old egg salad sandwich from like a Flying J, you know?
Oh,
Because I'm going to be on the road.
oh my God.
Yes.
You know, you could pack food for your road trip, and then like pull off onto a rest stop, and you know.
I'm thinking
Get
about
your
doing
food
that.
there.
You know, I have several setups. I used to drive around in the Prius. I used to I wanted to have a full kitchen wherever I was. You know, it's like
Mhm.
Coca-Cola set this goal of they want a Coke to be within arm's reach of anyone. My goal was I want a
Right.
full kitchen wherever I am. So I actually have several setups. I can't tell you how many cook stoves I have that I could bring. I have this whole backpack that's is just like cooking utensils and stuff. It's kind of fun. So I could do that. I could cook for myself on the road, but I don't know, man. Walking into a Flying J or whatever, Love's, that's the other, a truck stop, right?
Right.
There's just some, especially on Christmas Day, for some weird reason, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know why.
Hey, if you're looking forward to it, then embrace it. I hope you find your 2-day-old egg salad sandwich at a Flying J.
I'm assuming now maybe I'm wrong, but I just figure they probably aren't making much new product on Christmas morning. What do you think I should expect?
Well, I've never actually been to a truck stop, so I don't really know. But I would guess that truckers are still, you know, driving, and so they're probably doing a brisk business.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I guess, are they driving on Christmas? Is it? I'm expecting. See, the reason I decided to leave on Christmas is like there's going to be almost no traffic, is what I'm
Yes.
thinking.
Yeah.
So I don't know. No traffic kind of means no dudes eating egg salad sandwiches and pork rinds and Monster energy drinks or whatever the hell these guys do. Taquitos, says Chicago Tank.
Nice.
I'm gonna be eating taquitos naked with the Dobbs hat on, says Tank. That's a pretty classic one. Georgie, it occurs to me now. The one thing I'm sweating about, I do need a break. To be totally honest, I'm excited about a break. I'm very proud about 222 episodes.
You should be. It's great.
I get to keep my moniker, the Big Diesel, but I'm a little nervous about the mailbag overflowing. Maybe I should say it again. People, obviously, I mean, I'm not going to be, this is the last show of the year. So if you're sending in a letter now and it's very timely, please go somewhere else. Get on Reddit, get on whatever. Ask for, but if you have something that can wait a while, whatever, we love it. The email address is chicagotonyv@gmail.com. That's the way you can send in a letter for a mailbag. Would you like to help me with some mailbag on the last show of the year, Georgie girl?
I would absolutely love to help you with some mailbag.
Okay. This is tremendous. Okay, let's dive right in. Let's see what our first letter is. Here we go. It reads, "Dear Tony, my girlfriend is obsessed with becoming a writer. It's almost all she ever talks about. For whatever reason, I didn't take her seriously at first, and I lied to her about having read a manuscript she is working on. I honestly didn't crack it open. In the meantime, she continues to go on and obsess about becoming, quote, the next great novelist, unquote. I finally figured out that she was deadly serious about this whole thing. Well, I finally read that manuscript because the guilt was getting to me. Here's the thing. It is objectively horrible. It is beyond laughably bad. I'm serious when I say it feels like it was written by a 7th grader at best. She is a senior in college. So now I have done the noble thing and read the manuscript, but now I know she is completely and utterly wasting her time. I'm completely sure of this. 2 questions. Why would someone push so hard at something they are so bad at? And the next question is, what in the hell do I do about this? Merry Christmas, my friend. This is from Bob K. from St. Louis, Missouri. Very good, Bob K. Isn't Yak Horseman from like the St. Louis area? Isn't that a thing?
I think so. He's from the Midwest.
That was a long letter. Oh, it can't be Yak's girlfriend, can it? Does Yak have a girlfriend? I don't know.
But this is from Bob, not Yak.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? I have this feeling Yak is not his real name. He posted on Twitter. We really should get to Bob's question. I feel bad, but let me finish it. He posted on Twitter the other day. So he said something like, I forget what my real name is. He posted. He's always so cryptic, that Yak Horseman.
He is. Well, I mean, Georgie's not my real name, so it's, I would understand.
Yeah, true. All right.
Though, by the way, side note, mail does get properly delivered if it is addressed to Georgie Girl. So there you go.
Isn't that fun? Oh, have we ever really talked about your secret word prize? I don't think do the pepperonis even know?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
it's
did
that
you post?
awesome.
Okay, sorry.
I sent you a picture, but you did talk about it. You talked about it because I received it, and it's that awesome Casio watch.
Got it. Okay, I couldn't remember if we talked about it or not. Okay. Anyway, Bob has suffered enough. He's waited enough. What do you think? What are your thoughts on Bob's situation here?
Okay, so I think for the first part of Bob's question of why is somebody so obsessed at doing something they're so bad at, I would say that she doesn't know she's bad, right? I would say that, somebody who's that devoted to it and is that bad at it, they just don't know they're that bad at it.
Yeah, I was thinking this is a person that is not very self-aware at all. Like just doesn't get that she doesn't have it. I'm sorry, go on, dear.
No,
that's the gist of it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I used to really want to be a writer. I don't know if I was bad at it, but I was like, I'm going to be a great novelist. It's going to be awesome. Here's the thing. It's incredibly difficult to be a novelist. Incredibly difficult. I actually have a dear friend who is a published author, but she does a lot of it herself, right? She's not published by, a major publishing house where, she has an agent who's hounding her for the next great manuscript. But she's successful in that she's doing something that she loves. She's publishing the work, and it is selling, and she does have fans. But to be picked up by a major publishing house and to be the next great novelist it's like becoming the next great football player. I mean, it's an incredibly rare thing. And I think she's probably got the same kind of lack of self-awareness as you suggested that influencers these days have. Like, I'm going to make money by being on TikTok, or I'm going to make money by being the next great influencer on YouTube. It's not realistic.
Mm. Am I an influencer, Georgie?
Well, you are, but
I don't even really know what that is. I am an influencer, huh?
no, I don't. I don't think so technically, but for us, you are.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting.
For your community, but see, your community, it's pretty big, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not like you're the podcaster known around the globe as like the definitive podcast to listen to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
I mean, you're successful. There are different levels of success.
Right. I'm not the podcaster known around. I'm the round podcaster known. RoboKitty says, yes, I am an influencer. She says, what brand is that tinsel? That's a good one. Tony Rogan,
yes,
she says.
Awesome.
Tony Rogan. Oh, my gosh. Nice. My final thought for, what's his name? Bobby Boy. My final thought is he needs to, I think Tank kind of said something to this effect. He needs to just let her go. I mean, if this is what she wants to do, it's not like he should stop her. Just let her be. Who knows? Maybe he's a bad judge of talent and all that stuff, Big Gorilla says, I'm not an influencer, but that I'm better than that. I think what that means.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What that means is I'm a podcaster that makes no money. I think that's what that means. I guess the influencers must have an income somehow, right? Who knows?
Actual influencers do, but people who think they're influencers and aren't really, they just sort of struggle along.
I see.
I don't know. I mean, if Bob isn't financially supporting his girlfriend, then I say let her go and do her own thing.
Yeah, well, she's still in college, he said. So, I'm sure he's probably not. I'm assuming he's in college, too. So, yeah, he's got to let her go. Just let her be. Let her do her thing. That's the last thing. I can think. I'm not going to name names. But just because podcasting is something I know and I have a bunch of friends that do this, I can think of at least one where I listened to their podcast. I was like, oh, that'll never go. Never go.
Mm-hmm.
And doing great. So who am I? You just never know. You never know.
Right.
Robo, we'll end with Robo's comment. She says he is obviously not behind her. I mean, he didn't even read her manuscript until now. Very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Okay. Let's at this rate, it might be Christmas before we finish up. Let's see what we got next. Let us see. Okay, next letter. Bam. Dear Tony, I love what your podcast has become over the past year. Look at all the relationships you've made. Would you ever consider something like a pepperoni commune if the world goes to hell? I think we've talked about that. I'll bet there would be a long line of nice people wanting to join you. Merry Christmas. This is from Donna B. from Fair Dealing, Kentucky. Fair Dealing, Fairdealing. That's like the awesomest town name I've ever heard of. Fair Dealing, Kentucky.
It's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. Fair Dealing, Kentucky. I think it seems like we've talked about, like a Doomsday pepperoni bunker somewhere. What's funny is probably like all utopias, Georgie. It would end in horror, I'm sure. It would seem like a good idea, but I'll tell you this: I know Tank's going to be my security. RoboKitty.
As long as you have an ample supply of cigars and bourbon.
This is true. I have a buddy who He works for this huge liquor distributor. I called him the other day. I was like, hey, just in case, like, could I buy just cases and cases of that little, the airline booze, those little bottles of booze? And because, you know, I'm looking for different currencies to have if everything went to shit. He's like, absolutely, I can hook you up. So I could have bourbon. Now I got to get a cigar guy. I don't really have a cigar guy. But yeah,
Vic from Tank's friend Vic.
Oh, right.
Maybe could be your cigar guy.
There you go. We know those cigars are already thumbs up. From oh wait, Half Moon says there's a Half Moon New York. Do I like Fair Dealing Kentucky or Half Moon New York as a better city name? I don't know. Plumber? Oh, Plumber. Plumber says I'll keep the potable water flowing. This is very good. See, we all have talents. We all have talents. Maybe you could be our in-house novelist, Georgie. Maybe you could pick up that, you know, that goal of yours. Never know. You could be this Stephen King of our hippie commune. Crazy. All right. So anyway, that's Big Gorilla can chef for us. Big Gorilla's a chef. Boom. Nice. See, it's all coming together. Oh, is Drunk Theory in the house too? Oh yeah, there's Drunk Theory. It might be Matthew. Who knows? Oh, he has a cigar guy. Okay, very good. Very good. All right, let's see. Now, Georgie, you can't tell this because you're on your phone, but I'm doing the letters in a different way, which is probably a dumb way to wind up the end of the year. But sometimes I just got to do what I got to do. Okay, so I have no idea how this is going over on the video, but you're supposed to actually read the letters on the video too with me. It's a new thing. I really should have waited until next year. I have no idea if it's working. Okay, next letter. Let's see what we got. Dear Tony, I'm in a horrible situation with my girlfriend. Oh, Jesus. We go to the same college, and we have been together for about a year. We have had our ups and downs. I recently let her know just before I left on break that I wanted to end our relationship. She made a huge dramatic scene. It wasn't pretty, but I stuck to my decision. She has kept in touch a little bit over break, and she let me know that she is hanging out with a guy who sexually assaulted her in high school. Okay. This guy should have been put in jail for what he did to her. Anyway, she obviously needs help, and this has me wondering if I should get back together for her to provide some stability. Thoughts?
No. No.
Right.
No.
Let me finish. Merry Christmas to you and your gang. This is from Mike P. from Iowa City, Iowa. Yeah. Go ahead, riff on that, Georgie. We're thinking that along the same lines, I'm sure.
Mike, don't. First off, you called her your girlfriend, but then you said you ended the relationship. So you should be referring to her as your ex-girlfriend, because if you've ended the relationship, she is your ex. It is not your responsibility to save this girl from her mistakes. She doesn't have to hang out with the guy that sexually assaulted her. She is making that choice and is probably hoping at some level that you will come and rescue her.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Let her make her own decisions.
Yeah, totally. I think how weird is it? My first thought is, how manipulative is this that she lets him know, hey, I'm hanging out with this guy that, whatever, did something horrible. It's like, so she's a crazy person. This is not good. Not good.
I'm not going to say she's crazy. I'm going to say she obviously lived through some trauma and she hasn't received the proper help to process it in a healthy way.
Yeah, very well could be. Very well could be. But and I guess I would say, as we've been saying, this is probably not a hill he wants to die on. It's not his job to set her straight. He already wanted to break up with her, and now she did this, and I think it's just very suspect. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Very, very suspect. You can't
Yep.
you can't fix people, Georgie.
No, you can't.
Oh, Amber's son Ben is at the computer. Okay. Well, I hope Ben wasn't listening very closely to that last letter because it was a little bit hardcore. Hopefully, the next letter.
Hi, Ben.
Yes, hello, Ben. Ben, you look just like your mom,
He really does.
dimples and all. It's weird how well we know each other. You know?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see if we have a next letter queued up. This is so stressful for me. Okay, here we go. Next letter. Dear Tony, do you think there is such a thing as makeup addiction? My mom accused me of having a serious, quote, makeup addiction, unquote, problem, and even wants me to see a counselor. C is spelled S-E, by the way, Georgie. That's we can see the intellect we're dealing with. Okay, moving on. All the while, I learned it from her. Like, she spends more than me, wears more than me. Like, what is really going on? This is from Kayla. This is what I was hoping, is that we'd have a this is, to me, is a little lighter thing. This is not a this is not a really deep letter. My first thought, I mean, I'm sure she's right. I don't think she would have said, oh, my mom is like worse than I am, if that probably wasn't really true. So Kayla is the acorn that didn't fall very far from the tree. And maybe, who knows, maybe Kayla's mom, if she is a makeup fiend as well, that probably means like her own looks and everything are super important to her. And who knows, maybe she's like a little jealous of Kayla. Maybe Kayla is just a better looking China doll than her mom. I don't know. What do you think, Georgie?
I think you can be addicted to anything. I mean, but it sounds like there's something else going on here.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's probably some sort of unhealthy aspect of the mother-daughter relationship there, like jealousy, as you suggested, something.
Yeah.
But, you know, if your mom wants you to see a counselor, I'd say go see a counselor. Let her send you and talk to her about, or talk to the counselor, whether it be he, she, they, whatever, and, you know, make sure that you express the truth here, and that, you know, you think that your mother is actually the one who does it worse, but you don't know how to react to her accusing you of having an addiction.
Yeah. Right. I do agree with you that anything could become an addiction. And who knows? Maybe the mom is so onto this because, like, she knows in herself, like, maybe the mom is just as bad or worse. Maybe that's true. And maybe she's just thinking, I don't want this for my daughter.
Could be.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Kayla needs to think about it. She needs to consider. And we've had a lot of good comments. Let's see. Anything can become an addiction, says... who says that? Oh, I've locked up. Oh, perfect. My computer is locked
No.
up. Oh, no. It's par for the course. It seems to do it now like once a show. So whatever.
Oh gosh.
We'll go the old way, but I think history says that the stream is still going. That's what history says. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, I see a fat frozen face on the screen. Okay, at least for the Spotify listeners, if nothing else, Georgie, we can keep going.
Okay.
Oh, and we're back. Tank says, no, I like no makeup on ladies. Natural is best. If she's not an ogre, I totally agree, Tank. I totally agree. Yeah, so Tank says, apparently we were rolling that whole time. This is what I need to learn, that's how it works. The first time I froze up, I freaked out. Anyway. Speaking of, let's see. Let me pull up the next letter here. Okay, are you ready, Georgie?
I am ready, Tony.
You feel like we answered the makeup one okay? Like we didn't leave anything unsaid, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, here we go, dear. It's so great to have you on the phone again. I've missed this.
It's fun. I've missed it too.
Yeah, it's totally fun. Okay, here we go. Dear Tony, my husband is totally freaked out about finances right now. He is very conservative and hardworking, and we have been good savers for our entire relationship. Lately, he seems to have lost faith in the stock market, the bond market, and even banks. I admit that I'm not a financial mind, and I just can't get interested in trying to learn about the stuff, so I have generally let him worry about it, and I just do what he says. This, quote, sky is falling, unquote, feeling is new for him, and for the first time, he doesn't know what to do. My question isn't, what should we do? But I would like to hear from you. Is there something I'm missing? Is there some bad news out there that I didn't get the memo on? I want to make sure my husband isn't just in a funk. Thank you for any thoughts. This is from Sharon from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm sorry for kind of chuckling a little bit, Sharon. I'm sorry. I don't mean anything by that. That's my bad. Georgie, do you have thoughts?
No. Because I don't pay that much attention. I mean, Danny's the money guy in the house, and so, I sock away. I, keep my job. I, save for retirement. I do what we can, but I don't really pay that much attention to other things in the financial world.
RoboKitty says Sharon must live in a cave. Here's an interesting comment from Tank. They are scaring us into hoarding. If we hoard, we're buying shit. That gets the economy rolling. That could very well be. I know our very own Sofa has, said that sort of thing. You know me. I'm a little bit of a sky is falling weirdo, and I can get going. I can get on my soapbox on the show. And Sofa always talks me down off the ledge. I had not considered that, Tank. That's a very interesting thought. I will just say, I mean, there's now whether or not it's warranted. I will just say there's a lot of scary news. If you watch like financial shows, I watch a lot of financial shows, not necessarily the mainstream goofy ones, but I have people I've followed and trusted for years. A lot of those dudes are in a sky is falling stance right now. Like, so I think there's bad news. Just stand by your husband. Be supportive.
They've been in the sky is falling stance for like a decade or more.
Well, from my perspective, I see something a little bit different. If you follow the stuff that I have followed for a long time, like it's always been, okay, this sector over here is going to be bad, and here, so there's some skies falling stuff, but then they're always like, okay, which means the opportunity is over here. So what has kind of changed in my view is they're kind of now going to like they're saying the sky is falling stuff, and there's no so do this. I can't tell you the number of financial people who are saying find friends. In other words, back to the pepperoni commune type of thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Here's an interesting comment from Robo. She says, am I right to say this is an exciting time for people that like to take risks? stock market wise, but people that like low risk stability must be freaking out. That's a very good point. This lady said her husband is very conservative. So I could see why the stock market is so high. It's just
Right.
it's bound to tank. So maybe that alone, might cause him to be stressed out. Matthew says both the men at Drunk Theory have some pretty strong feelings about the banking industry. It's never good. Yeah, banking is definitely no good. And I think if you really look into it, they seem to be trying to implement some very, very broad changes to the banking industry in general, to money in general. And yeah, it's scary because it seems like change is coming. Anyway, I don't know. That's me. Holy cow, 801. Let's see if we... I want to see if we have maybe a positive letter.
Okay.
Yeah, this one doesn't look positive, but I got to take him in order. So here we go.
Right.
Maybe we'll have a positive letter. Let's see this one. Dear Tony, in a bit of a crisis mode, and I thought I'd read... What is Georgie? Well, everyone's freaked out. I think it's the
Why is
holidays.
everybody in a crisis mode?
I think it's the holidays. Okay, in a bit of a crisis mode, and I thought I'd reach out to the group as a last ditch. My husband and I have a 10-year-old son who just bitterly hates school. He is not doing well, and frankly, I think his teachers would be happy to see him go. He just doesn't do well in a regimented setting where he is forced to sit for hours each day. Homework has been a nightly struggle, and all of us suffer greatly. I wonder if any pepperonis out there have kids that they homeschool. I'd love to hear any comment or ideas from parents out there who might have experience to share. The thought of starting back to our regular school after break is almost unbearable. This is from Laura G. God love you, Laura G. Very sorry to hear that.
That's a tough spot.
Georgie, do you homeschool your kiddies?
They are unteachable.
I'll bet. You posted the most beautiful picture of one of your cats the other day. I thought I couldn't believe
Hater.
how photogenic it was.
Oh, she is a love. Very photogenic when she's sleeping.
Yes. Tank says every kid hates school. It's part of school. It gets them ready to hate their job that they have to go to. Hey, that's some
It's
truth.
messed up.
That's
It's true, but it's messed up.
yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not natural for a kid to sit in a classroom for hours on end just listening to someone talk
I
that
totally agree.
that they're supposed to learn. I mean, obviously, I'm not a parent, so I have no idea what the alternative is. But I mean, I'm not surprised that her 10-year-old is hating this because it's just not a natural thing.
Yeah, I think especially for boys, it seems like girls, for whatever reason, from what I've seen, it seems like they take to school a little bit better. I have no idea why, but especially the boys seem to hate it. I hated school, couldn't stand it. Amber says homeschooling is great because you have individual education for your kid, one-on-one, especially if they have some quirks or special needs. It seems like, to me, like homeschooling is totally on the rise. So I think if you were ever going to do it,
it's an enormous commitment, though.
Oh, yeah, totally. I'm assuming she understands that, or she wouldn't even. I mean, yeah, that kind of goes without saying, I would think. But I think there has to be more homeschooling now than there has ever been. You know? That's just me.
Probably. I mean, it seems like it's much more popular.
Yeah. So I would say if there was ever a time to try it, now's the time. I was a kid that hated school, so I did well in school, but I just didn't enjoy it. Plumber has it. He's making lemonade out of lemons. He says, I enjoyed school. Where else can you go and have plenty of ladies to talk to? There you go. That was a good and terrifying part of school for me as well, now that I think about it. It's good, and it was terrifying. Georgie, I can't believe this is the last show of the year. I can't believe how many shows we've done. I can't believe this all has happened. It's just kind of mind-boggling.
It's been amazing.
It's mind-boggling. What?
The show has definitely helped me get through probably one of the most difficult years of my life.
That is so great to hear. And for those of you playing at home that don't know, yeah, Georgie, you had a surgery. It was right around my birthday. Was it like a day before my birthday? I think is when you went in.
It was the day before your birthday. It was
13th.
July 13th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my goodness, you were down and out for such a long time. Georgie, there were days there where I really worried about you profusely, and the fact that you started back to work the other day was I was so overjoyed to hear that. I'm sure it was a gigantic pain in the ass. As a matter of fact, you texted me that it was a bit painful.
He did. Yeah, after 5 months away and 5 months of having to focus on my physical health, trying to sit at a computer and think about these other things that somehow now seem very trivial, it was difficult. It's going to be an adjustment for sure.
Yeah. Well, you're moving on up, and I'm heading down the road here starting tomorrow. I can't. It's so like me not to pack. I was having so much fun with Lucenzo yesterday. We shot a bunch of video. We did our Bad Libs thing, and
which was awesome, by the way.
I'm glad you liked it. It's funny because my goal, I want to get him to the point where, like, he can do everything if he wants to, like edit, like shoot video, edit it, and all that stuff. Obviously, he's it's not like I get to see him all that often, so we'll have to chip away at it. But he picks up stuff super quick, and he has said to me over the time, or over the past, I want a job. I want a job, and so
right.
There's part of me that's like, okay, I'm trying to, let's get him.
Trying to help him get that job.
Yeah, a little bit. So anyway, we had so much fun, and I didn't do a single thing to pack yesterday. I have a bunch of church stuff today. Today's going to be a big church day, so that's going to be a challenge. But I just can't. I'm so thankful, Georgie. Leading into today's show, I've just thought, I can't believe it. I can't believe what has happened. And I'm super excited for next year. I do need a break. I'm pretty clear on that. Like, so I think having a week of setting down the microphone a little bit has been very, it will be very good for me, I think.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's when you went out west to the Grand Canyon in Vegas, it seemed like it was good for your mental health.
Yes.
Even people without jobs need a break.
I
know you work very hard at all of your things.
No, I don't.
But
I don't.
No.
Well, I work hard at the Chicago Tony V show. The thing that pays me nothing, I work very hard at. My real responsibilities. Oh my God, what a train wreck. Robo as Robo does, she's begging for one more letter. Now I gotta see if Becky even put one more in the kitty. Let's see. There's poor Becky the Moneypenny now has, with this new way. You'll have to look at the replay, or just someday down the road you'll be watching me on Twitch.
I will.
But so now she has to put letters in two places, and she's got to get them in the same order and everything. Let me see if there's another letter. I know it's a big. Okay. I do have another letter in here. Do you have time for another letter, George? Oh, I'm sure you. Well, you're probably not working today, right? Christmas Eve.
No, the government's closed today. It's the holiday since Christmas actually falls on the Saturday. So I am off today.
Matthew said something very, very nice. He says, "Your show inspires me." I don't know what that means. I'm just kidding. I think he meant inspires me to be a better podcaster. I'm going to go off the rails if you're gone for a week. Well, it is what it is, Matthew, but I will be back. Hey, 222 shows this year. I mean, come on. There's a backlog. You could be like Amber Glow. Amber Glow is probably the only pepperoni. She went back through the entire library. She has watched every show, which really makes me so worried for Amber. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, one more letter for RoboKitty. Let's see if I can get this done now with this this technology. Here we go. Here, let me take this comment off the thing. Okay, one more letter. Hey, Tony, love the podcast. I'm reaching out because I'm absolutely horrible with time management. It's getting to the point where it's affecting my life and my relationships. I'm usually late for things and I can't seem to get stuff completed. I'm a great starter of things and a horrible finisher of things. I have been this way my whole life, so I'm worried I won't be able to change. Do you think it's possible for someone like me to turn it around? Any advice? Thank you so much. This is from Phil J. Philip, I feel your pain, buddy. That's kind of the way I am. Although I'm never late for anything, like hardly ever. You've probably noticed that on the show. I'm almost always just right on time.
Yep.
Here's an interesting comment from RoboKitty. She says, "Phil, wake up earlier." That's maybe that's part of my secret sauce. I'm usually up really pretty early. But I think it can be turned around. You're probably a very organized person, Georgie. I have this feeling.
Once upon a time I was. This year has sort of thrown me off the rails. But usually I am.
Tank says in Tank fashion, if you know you have a problem, fucking fix it, not hard. Let me translate. All right, for Philip. What Tank is saying is what you focus on is something you can get better at. So if you know you have a problem, now put your focus in this and you might be able to overcome it. I would suggest, there's a book actually I would suggest for Phil, and it's called Getting Things Done. There's a book. Have you ever read that book, Georgie? You probably never needed to.
I haven't.
What's really nice about that book is for a person that's got the ADD or the ADHD, whatever we call it now. Thanks. I think you taught me. You corrected me the first time I said that, and it still hasn't sunk in. Anyway, this gives a methodology for a person that's not naturally organized. It's like, here's how you do it. And I think it's a pretty well laid out book. And again, but what Philip is going to need to do is actually then really put the focus into that and actually work the plan that's in that book. Or I'm sure there are other good organizational books. That's one that I just happened to have read. I found it to be very, very good. Oh, Salty has read it. Salty says, that's a great fucking book. Well, there you have it. He seconds that emotion.
What more testament do you need?
Right. Amber says one task at a time. Focus could be his problem. Now, it's interesting. Like, if I take yesterday as an example for myself, I was a total fail. I set the goal of I'm going to be completely packed by midnight. I failed utterly and completely. I did not start to pack. Not even the first pair of tidy-whities. Not a thing of socks, no toothbrush, nothing. However, I did accomplish some things yesterday with that time. So it's not like I frittered it away. I mean, I did the first Bad Libs with Lucenzo and Tony. That's pretty cool.
And I see this is where I think a lot of people have why a lot of people I think have this issue of not being able to get things done is that, like with you, packing is boring, it's tedious, you don't want to have to think about it because there's no fun in it. But recording Bad Libs with Lucenzo is going to be fun. So of course you're going to opt to do the thing that's fun instead of the thing that's boring.
Totally. Yeah.
The problem becomes when like everything in your life seems boring to you, right? So you start a project and you're really excited about it and you're like, this is going to be great, it's going to be awesome. And then suddenly you realize, oh, this is going to take a lot of work. I'm bored. And then you start something else because it's new and exciting.
Totally true. Totally true.
Because, I mean, the thing about life is there are a lot of boring, repetitive tasks that you have to do if you actually want to finish something.
Yeah, totally true. And
I am guilty of this in my hobbies. I have countless projects, like hobby craft projects that I've started and just abandoned because I got bored.
Very interesting. Yeah. I think another thing yesterday was it was something about I think you're right on about doing Bad Libs with Lucenzo was going to be infinitely more fun than counting pairs
Packing.
of socks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also there was this thing of, oh, he's right here right now.
Yes.
And putting the idea into fruition right there on the spot was it was like I couldn't pass it up. And so I mentally said to myself, well, I do have time. I mean, normally, just this will give you a little insight, I am at best a 10-minute packer. I mean, that's it. I don't see any I don't care where I'm going, what I'm doing. If I spend more than 10 minutes packing, I'm just not being true to myself. So I knew in my heart of hearts, I knew that I was going to have time to get the packing done later. And so I did the thing with Lucenzo, and it was super fun. And now that kid has something to brag about to his buddies. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Bong Man Mike is in the house, says, hey, man. Hello, Bong Man Mike. Welcome to the show. We do this every morning, except not for the rest of the year. Monday through Friday. Catch me next year. Good to see you. Who else is in here? Okie Ow says, how's your day been? My day's been fabulous. I've spent it with all my friends. And anyway, Georgie, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you all enough. This has been really just so fun. So fun. Such a fun year.
And Tony, I can't thank you enough. It's been life-changing to be a part of this, and I am so grateful to you and all the other pepperonis for all the love and support and all the fun that we've had over the year. It's been great.
It really has. We're a lucky group. I can't for some reason we attract all these really nice people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We attract these nice people.
Yeah.
And it's just been it's a love train. It's a love train. So it's gonna be tough not doing this for a week, but it's very needed. And I will be back with a vengeance next year. I'm gonna, just because this is how I'm wired, I'm kind of determined to somehow up my game and make this a little more whatever, special, fun, something.
Just a little more, right? For Tony, it's always got to be a little more.
Yeah, that's right. That is true with podcasting and live streaming and breadsticks. I'm cursed. Robo says, what am I going to do with myself for a whole week? Nothing to get me up early on a day off. Robo, you just let me know if you need a wake-up call. All right. I realized, by the way, one of the things that I disliked about Christmas, I think, is I don't get to start my day whenever I want to. Like the world shuts down, right? And so normally I'm such an
Right.
early riser. It's like I want to get up, I want to get out, I want to go whatever. Maybe I need a screwdriver for some weird reason, or who the hell knows. And it's like nothing's open. I just hate that feeling of sitting around doing nothing.
Ah.
So, but I don't know, whatever. Robo says you can call me while you're driving. Yeah, that's going to be like an 18-hour phone call. She's going to be like, okay, it's been great. I'm going to go now. Anyway. But, Georgie, it's so good to have you on the phone. I've been really thinking for a while, like, oh, man, we need a Georgie call. We need a Georgie call. So you granted my Christmas wish. I hope your Zoom
Yay.
event is super fun. And as fun as it can be. And
Why, thank you.
yeah. I'll be thinking about all you guys. I'm sure I'll be making phone calls, texts, Discording, and who knows, maybe I'll fire up a live stream from the road. It's if I do, that'll surely
Just be safe.
Reddit. Oh yeah.
Just be safe.
Yeah, I will. I will be safe. Listen.
And have fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be a great time. I can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, I just can't thank you guys enough. All of you. I can't thank you enough. It's been so fun. I love you all. I like you all. Thank you for a tremendous year. And I can't wait to get started again next year. It's going to be awesome. Have a Merry Christmas. Until we meet again, especially if you don't get that special gift that you really had your heart set on. Just remember, don't take any shit from anybody. And I mean it. Okay? All right. I will see you all next year. God love you. Thank you for everything.